Now on the 3x3, once you're done with your first two layers, there are only 3 cases that you can get for your edge orientation. You can get no edges oriented, 2 edges oriented, or all 4 edges oriented. However, on the 4x4, you can actually get 2 more kinds of cases. One where you have 3 edges oriented and one where you only have 1 edge oriented. These cases can never occur on a 3x3. This is due to the fact that the 4x4 is an even layered puzzle. These are known as OLL parity cases, and we use a special algorithm to solve these. So we do the OLL parity algorithm to flip any one edge and reduce it to a case similar to what we get on a 3x3. And the algorithm goes like this: R wide U2 X R wide U2 R wide U2 R wide prime U2 L wide U2 R wide prime U2 R wide U2 R wide prime U2 R wide prime. As you can see, this orients one edge, and now we get an even number of oriented edges, which is a case that we can get on a 3x3. And as a result, we can solve it just like we would on a 3x3. You can also run into a PLL parity case, which is where you get a PLL case that you cannot obtain on a 3x3. For example, here, upon first glance, these two cases might look the same, but when you look at them from the other angle, they are completely different, and the case that you have on the 4x4 can actually not be obtained on the 3x3. PLL parity cases are actually quite hard to identify if you don't know full PLL already. So, if you're using the beginner's last layer or 2-look PLL, I recommend going as far ahead into PLL as you can before you run into a case that you do not know. For example, over here, we have 2 corners permuted. So we hold them on the left and do the T permutation. And here, we run into an edge permutation case with no edges solved. So we just do the UB permutation from any angle. But as you can see, this time, it did not solve an edge like it normally does on a 3x3. So we actually have PLL parity here. To solve PLL parity, we do an algorithm that swaps these two with these two. As you may know, it's impossible to just swap 2 edges on a 3x3. That is why this algorithm is specific to the 4x4. And it goes like this: small r2, u2, small r2, u wide 2, small r2, u wide 2. And as you can see, now it has been reduced to a familiar case where we have one edge that is solved. We hold it in the back and we solve this using the UB permutation. And that solves the cube. You can sometimes also get a case like this, where you have 2 edges solved and 2 adjacent edges need to swap. There are a couple of ways you can solve this. The simplest one is to simply do the PLL parity from any angle. For instance, over here, I'm going to do it from this angle. And as you can see, it reduces to a familiar case. With enough practice and learning more PLLs, sooner or later you'll be able to instantly identify whether a given PLL case is a parity case or not.